All right. Yeah. I mean, I feel like this makes more sense to do live on YouTube. I don't know why it's taken me years to do this, but I think I was in denial of getting the YouTube app for so long. So, oh well. I'm trying to figure out what exactly we're gonna do to my face today. I just want to do like a nice, effortless makeup look. And I don't want my face to look crazy. So I just left the store and I got this. I haven't used this product in so long that I don't even know where the actual brush that I used to use is. So, and I also like, I don't really like doing my makeup without music. So, but I know they're like really weird about music on here. I know it's been forever. Like I post all the time, but you know, I'm like, nobody's been seeing my videos in ages. And I'm like, I guess YouTube hates me. But it's good to see you, Infinite Joy and Taylor. I appreciate you guys. I would love for you guys to tell me like what kind of stuff you want to see. Like what kind of content you're interested in seeing. Do you want to see like makeup? And do you like reviews? Do you like fashion? Do you like traveling stuff? But like, I woke up today and excuse my language. I woke up today and I was like, I haven't done like cute makeup in a really long time. Like I woke up today, I'm like, I want to do my eyebrows like I used to do my eyebrows back in the day because I stopped doing eyebrow makeup for a while. Get ready for me or outings as well. Okay. So I'm going to try to do like a get ready with me for an event I have in a couple of days. But essentially, I don't like doing my eyebrows because like, look how weird that looks. But I think I just got the wrong color. I don't know. We're going to just like play around with makeup for this live. Yeah, so a couple years back, I essentially, let me like zoom out. Sorry, my room is a mess. This is like my closet until I have my closet built. And I'm not going to have my closet built for another like 8 weeks. So I have my own line of lashes and I'll actually show them to you. I have some of them right here. So I created these lashes a few years ago. Oh, thank you, Dia. Your English is perfect. So I created these lashes years and years ago. So these are the only lashes I've worn for 4 years. I had a website up and running for a year, and then I took the website down. So I don't have a website for my lashes anymore. I do still have an Instagram. It's called Partee Lashes. And so what I want to do is eventually bring the website back, because right now I just give away lashes for free. That's literally, if you ever see me out in public and I have a box of lashes, I'll give them to you. But I can't keep doing that. I need to start selling them. And then I'm going to come out with this is a mink version, and I'm going to come out with a silk version and then individual like lashes. But already, I'm not even going to hold you guys. Already I'm liking YouTube Live better than TikTok. So I think I'm going to like make an effort to do my makeup on YouTube Live at least 4 days out of the week. So there was some weird noises happening outside. I'm gonna get closer. I'm actually gonna adjust my camera. I'm gonna adjust my phone. And then I should close my closet door, but again, this room is a mess right now. My room will eventually be cute again, but not right now. Yeah, so let me get closer. We're gonna try to fix this. That was just excess product I put on. What should we do? Should we do the eyebrows or should we not? I don't know. Do you guys like doing your eyebrows still? Like when you do your makeup, do you actually still put effort into your eyebrows? I always like to start off by doing that. It always like is nice to draw like, yeah. A lot of people don't have TikTok, I realized. And some people don't even have Instagram, but I don't really like Facebook. Even though I do post on Facebook, so I feel like if we're gonna make a block eyebrow. Oh, that looks really, really dark. Have to take some of that product off, but it's okay. Everything is fixable, so we're just gonna be messy. Kimmy said, I absolutely love your content. You inspire me to do better and want better for myself just by purely existing and being unapologetically fabulous. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. I have honestly been through so much that I never like talk about on YouTube. I like to keep it light and I like to really just talk about fashion and traveling and stuff. And it was nice to go on that safari. I went on a safari for my 31st birthday, right? However, I went with my ex, and I can say whenever you watch any of my safari videos, you're not going to be able to tell that I was there with anybody because he was literally the worst part of that trip. And this is why I actually really don't like my eyebrows for one right now, but I'm going to try to like play around with this product so I don't have to return it, but I might have to return this today. It's going to do my makeup and see how I like. It looks really bad because I'm so used to not having product in my eyebrows anymore. I think that's why I don't like it. But anyways, my ex was the worst part of my trip. It made me not want to ever travel with a man ever again. No. It's like, so when I edit all of my videos, you're not going to be able to tell that he was even on the trip with me. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I was on that trip and it was a solo trip. So I just bought this from Macy's a minute ago. So we're gonna see what this looks like. It's gonna be kind of light, so. It's like, I really love Cape Town. I love South Africa. I usually only do concealer. I bought this product today because I missed having like my eyebrows be so like snatched, and now I realize, oh, I don't like that. Thank you, I appreciate it. I get it from my father. Thanks for Samuel for his bone structure. New product recommendation. Okay. Yeah, the person you travel with can make or break. I love traveling with my girlfriends though. They always are the best to travel with. So this is a new concealer for me, but so I don't know how I feel about it just yet. We're just testing it out before I decide whether or not to keep it. Already, I'm not in love. But this concealer right here, I love. This is my Hourglass concealer in the shade Brandy. I love this. Now this is a really good concealer. You can see that right there. So good. I'm putting it on my face now because I know I'm gonna use it anyways, but this fabulous concealer. Fabulous concealer. Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna be using a lot of Charlotte Tilbury toward the end of today. I love my Charlotte Tilbury. Love my Charlotte Tilbury. But yeah, I'm not obsessed with the Tarte concealer. I think I might return this. I'll see how it blends out. All right, I actually like the blend with the finger. The blend with the finger is like really creamy, but it's almost streaky. I don't love that. Do I support any small business makeup? I don't think so. Like, not because I don't want to, I just don't know. So tell me what I should buy. Tell me what I should buy. I don't really like playing around with like, I don't wear primer. I don't know if you noticed that. I don't wear primer. Yeah, I'm gonna return the Tarte concealer. I don't like the Tarte concealer at all. We will be returning the Tarte concealer as soon as this makeup, as soon as I get off of live, this will be getting returned to the store. I do not like it. 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 So that's 2 products I think I have to return now. Fun. I really don't love. I only wear it in humid weather. Yeah, in humid weather, the thing that keeps my makeup on in humidity is my powder. So I don't prime my face. But I know it does help people to prime their face, and I do makeup on people, and sometimes I'll use primer on my makeup clients, but usually I never do. Yeah, but I will definitely like look into some small businesses that I should buy from. If you know any, just let me know. I know Danessa Myricks is a lot of people talk about that. I just haven't seen her full collection in person to purchase it. Sorry, I'm so unhappy with how my phone is sitting up right now, and my phone's on 10%, so I can't angle it how I want to because I'm charging it. Whatever. Foundation. Do I want a heavy foundation? I feel like I don't. I want like a super light foundation, so we're gonna get up. So we're gonna use this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter and like a drop of something else, but oh my god, I just hurt my knee so bad. Look how pretty this color is though. So pretty. So pretty. I wanted to buy some House Labs foundation, but I'm gonna wait till next week to buy that. This is my favorite. All right, and then I'll put one little drop of Patrick Tom. Where am I gonna put it? Put it here. Yeah. Put a drop there. All right. So overall, the only full coverage thing, we don't really have any full coverage other than the concealer, and I prefer that. But this looks good. I'm gonna have to see what this looks like. Honestly, I was wanting to do curly hair last time I got my hair done, but then I get like I get in my head about it. I just haven't found where I should buy it from. So like I need to try it out what's about to happen is I'm about to take my extensions out. And then when I take my extensions out, I'm most likely going to end up doing something different to my hair. So I don't know what yet. I think when I take my extensions out, I'm going to end up going and cutting like some inches off and doing like a nice layered bob. Sometimes when I travel solo, Black women look at me like, how can you afford that? Like, they don't believe Black women can be successful. I think I may be wrong, maybe overthinking. Honestly, I think I travel by myself all the time. Sometimes I pay for it. Sometimes I've dated people who have paid for it. I had a birthday once where my boyfriend told me he was going to buy me a car. And I don't accept cars as gifts unless they're paid off. So he knew that, yet he thought it was funny to be like, oh, well, I think we should make payments. I said, I don't do payments on cars. And so what ended up happening is I told him, I can't accept the car then, honey, but you can buy me a trip to Positano. You can pay for my trip to Italy for my birthday. And it was a lot less money, and he ended up paying for me to have a girls' trip in Italy instead for my birthday. So, I don't know. I don't care about what people look at me as when I travel, as long as I have a good time. I do prefer to travel by myself. Personally, I think traveling by myself is just a better time for me. But at the same time, I also like traveling with my girlfriends. And I had a girls' trip to Mexico that was awesome. Yeah. I'll have to try out the Virgin Curly. I don't know. I think curly hair could be really cute, but it's also it could go wrong very quickly. So I'm gonna take my extensions out in the next couple of days, and then we'll see. I don't know. I think I'll take my extensions out and then do like a low bun for like a week. So I'm taking my extensions out next Saturday is the day that I've decided. Just decided it like 2 seconds ago. All right, this looks pretty. Let's see what it looks like in the mirror. But yeah, I do love a bob on me. I think it looks really good. All right, I actually might keep the Tarte concealer. This was the Tarte concealer, and I actually like it. But it's almost like too hydrating, so I feel like I have to go outside and see if it melts off my face. I have a feeling it's gonna melt off my face. Anywho, I have been on a kick where I've been wearing a lot of my contacts like constantly lately. And I need to like chill out on wearing my contact lenses. Oh, it's hot though. It's so hot in here. Because I wear contacts even though I don't need them. And it's getting a bit much. Do I want to do this? Yeah, I'll do this. This is Dune by Hourglass. Super, super bright. Super bright, as you can see. And messy. But it's going to last me a really long time. So it'll last me another 5 months probably. Because this is like the only amount that I put on. I always like to come in this room at this time of day because the sun is so good in this room. Around like from 4 to like 8 p.m. I got so much direct sunlight in here. So just imagine this room is going to be full of like closet doors and shelves, and it's just going to be so fabulous. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. But did you know I got a quote on this room? They quoted me for the closet. And if I were to get a dresser in the center of the room, that dresser would cost $5,000. Isn't that insane? Like, it's kind of extortionate. Like, It's kind of ridiculous how expensive certain stuff is. But it's like, if you want custom stuff, if you're not going to do it yourself, if you pay for somebody to do it, it is what it is. This is why I need a husband who knows how to do things by hand, so that he can just like make me a closet. So this is my One Size Beauty. Love this product. No, I see myself living in the Middle East, honestly. Truly, to be completely honest with you, I see myself living in like, at least in London and or Saudi Arabia or Oman. I see myself living in one of those places. Like, I could definitely see myself in Saudi Arabia or just have a house in Saudi Arabia. So I don't like telling people all my business, but I definitely would love to have a house in London, a house in Saudi, and a house in Cape Town. And obviously a house in Kentucky. So that is what I'm working towards. And I mean, I've dated people who live in all these places, and I think there is, you know, a good chance that I will most likely move out of this country in the next couple of years, but I'll always have a house here in America. At least 1 or 2 houses here. I like options. Yeah, I've never been to Dubai. I have a good friend who lives in Dubai. I need to visit and check it out. But I've not been to Dubai yet. Oman, I feel like, is honestly where it's at. Like, Oman and Saudi Arabia. I feel like so many people are moving there. So we'll see. We'll see, but that's kind of what I see for my future. All right, I'm putting a lot of powder on because it's hot outside, and honestly, you know what's so funny? I'm making cookies today. I'm not really planning on doing anything outside. The only thing I'm planning on doing today is making chocolate chip cookies. I made some brown butter and I put it in the refrigerator and I just let it get room temperature again. So my brown butter is now room temperature, and I saw this recipe that says when you brown butter, you need to put 30 grams of water back into the recipe in some capacity to fix the water that's lost from browning the butter. So we'll see. I know it's been so many years. I have no excuse at this point. I will say I feel like I should have been doing YouTube lives for the past like 10 years. I should have been doing YouTube lives this whole time because I actually like YouTube live a lot and I miss you guys, and I feel like it's something I absolutely know I should have been doing, but I got distracted, okay? I got complacent, I got lazy with YouTube. I took a year or 2 off from YouTube, and one reason, hey, midlife edit, one reason I took a year or 2 off from YouTube, and I'll tell you the honest to goodness truth, the reason I took so much time off from YouTube is because I did not see it as a job. I did not want, like, my son was so into the internet, and I don't like kids being on the internet. This is a long answer, but I'm gonna like try to break it down for you. My son was young, right? And he would tell people, oh, my mommy does YouTube, my mommy does YouTube. I'm like, no, honey. And he's like, oh, I want to do YouTube when I get older. I'm like, no, you need to do other things. Like, and so I was spending a lot of my time on YouTube and doing videos, and there was a lot of momentum. I was getting a lot of views back then. And then I was like, I didn't think it was something to look up to. I didn't want him to see me doing it and think this is a normal job. I wanted him to think, oh, because I have degrees, I have businesses, I have other things I do. So I took time off because I was like, I'm spending too much time on this. And then I ended up dating a very wealthy man who made my life very comfortable, and I got really lazy. Like, one thing you should never do, and I say, okay, there's a couple thought processes that I have, and I'm going to be really quick with them. When you are a wealthy babe, you can do this as you want. Exactly. And then she said, yes, girl, you should have, but we're not judging. Yeah. So I'm definitely, thanks, Taylor. I'm definitely going to do more lives on YouTube. I want to do more videos on YouTube. Like, I have this huge following and huge community on YouTube of people who've watched me do makeup and watched me when my eyebrows were freaking insane and watched me when my concealer was white. And I have like not been able to adequately talk to you guys, like, unless you follow me on Instagram or the other app. You guys never see me, and it's like, it sucks because I love talking to you guys. I love making videos for you. I love all this stuff, but I got super lazy with YouTube. And so now that I know I have the app on my phone finally, because I refused to download the app on my phone for like a decade. So now that the app is on my phone, I'm gonna do lives on YouTube like 3 times a week at least. Insane eyebrows and white concealer. Good times. Exactly. I have went through videos from 5 years ago. Like, you have some deep gems. Aren't about that. Thanks, guys. Best places to find wealthy men and attitudes to have as a woman to attract them, please. My honest opinion, there's different types of men out there. There's different types of wealthy men. Not all rich men are wealthy men. Not all rich and generous. My words are fumbled. Not all rich and wealthy men are generous men. You have to know that going into dating. Some people think, oh, well, he has money, he's gonna give me some. And there are some men, I've dated guys who would make sure that their card was on all of my bills, that I never had to ever know how much my bills were. I never had to think about ever paying for anything. I never had to even think twice about paying a bill. I've dated guys like that. I've also dated guys who would give me money just without me asking, like unwarranted, whatever. They'd be like, oh, here's 500, here's 1,000, here's whatever. Oh, I'm gonna write you a check for $10,000. I've had that, but I've also had men who they'll take you on a shopping spree and they will spend $20,000 on you, or $30,000, or even more money on you. They'll spend so much money on you, but the second you want some cash, the second you're like, okay, you bought me this $10,000 bag, but can I have like $10,000? They're like, ooh, babe, you're asking for a little much. They won't ever say you're asking for much, but then they'll start getting an attitude because they're like, you should be happy. I got you this. And I'm like, I can't pay my bills with this bag. And so if you look back on my channel, you'll see do you guys remember the video where I got the Hermes bag? When I got the black Hermes bag. If you remember when I got my black Hermes Kelly 25, that was when I graduated esthetician school. And my boyfriend at the time said, I'm gonna buy you a Hermes bag as your graduation present. And I was so happy. But I wore that bag 3 times and realized I hated it. I realized I didn't like Hermes. A Kelly 25 was too small for me. It was too small for me. And I'm gonna tell you something else about one of these items that you guys saw me have and you saw me buy and you saw me unbox, and why I had to get rid of it. So the Hermes Kelly, the Kelly 25 was one of them. I got that bag for my graduation present, and it really was not enough room. I'm a Kelly 28, Kelly 35 girl. I need a big bag. I overstuffed my bag. I took my Kelly 25 to the airport and it was so stuffed. I felt like this is ridiculous. this is ridiculous. I can't be doing this bag like this. This is too expensive of a bag for me to be overstuffing it. Plus it was like Epsom leather. So I like Cellier, but it was Epsom. So it was a lot going on, guys. And it was frustrating. It was really frustrating. So I said, I'm selling this. I'm selling it. And I got $15,000 for it. I sold it on Fashion File and they gave me $15,000 for it because it was in basically perfect condition. I think I still had some stickers on it. So Fashion File gave me $15,000 for the Kelly 25. I sold another bag on eBay. I had another blue Kelly 25. It was in a gorgeous, gorgeous blue color. And I sold it on eBay, and I sold it for $10,000 on eBay. And I'd rather have the money. I'd rather have the money in my account than have a bag that I hate, that I have a bag I can't wear, that I have a bag I can't use. I have a Chanel bag that's behind me right now that I have to completely repair because it has fallen apart. The first Chanel bag I ever got is right behind me, and all the hardware fell off the bag. I don't know if I think I showed you guys. I got this bag almost a decade ago, and I got this Chanel bag in London. It's this Chanel bag. Hold on. I'm sitting on something. What am I sitting on? I'm sitting on a sandal. I'm sitting on this shoe. All right. This Chanel bag right here. This was my first Chanel bag that I ever got. Let me raise this. This was my first Chanel bag I ever got. eBay authenticates now, but when I sold my bag, they did not do authentication. They started authentication 6 months after I sold my Kelly bag. But so now if you buy any designer on eBay, they'll authenticate it for you. Yeah, so I always say, if you're going to get gifts from a man, make sure it has value. Make sure you can resell it. If I get somebody to give me, like, I have all these things next beside me. First of all, things are nice. Money's better. It's 10 times, I value something more when I buy it with my own money. And I don't care who hears it. If a man buys me something, my first thought is, can I sell this when I don't want it anymore? When it comes to things like this, when it comes to things like these shoes, I can't wear these shoes, but I don't want to get rid of them. They're pretty. I wanted these shoes. These were a Valentine's Day gift. I can't wear them unless I lose like 50 pounds. And I'm not fat, but like I can't wear these shoes because my feet have grown. Did you know your feet keep growing? Your feet and your nose are one of the things on this earth that like can grow as you get older. They keep growing. So I went from a size 9 to a size 11 in like 6 years. And so I can't even wear those. I wear those like once every blue moon, but for the most part, I really can't wear those. I can't resell them. What am I going to get for them? Who cares? Who cares? I keep them because they're pretty, and maybe one day my foot will fit into it. Who knows? But when it comes to bags, I got a bag a couple months ago. I don't like it. I have a totem bag back there. I'm not going to show it to you guys right now. But I have a totem bag right there. I do not care for it at all. I do not care for it at all. I am probably going to sell that totem bag on Vestiaire Collective, and I'm going to buy one that I actually like, and I'm probably going to make money on it. So when I would go on my shopping sprees out of the country, my main thing that I would do is, if I'm going to go on a shopping spree, if my man's taking me shopping out of the country and he's buying big stuff like Hermes, Chanel, let me zoom out for you guys. My room is a mess. This is my like closet room, so I don't care. But if you're wondering why it looks like this, it's because like nobody, this is where clothes go. This is not where people sleep. But when I did my first and like my few shopping sprees, I like shopping when I'm out of the country because you get the tax back. And I would always okay, so here's a little tip that not a lot of people tell anybody. People don't tell girls this. People don't tell you guys this stuff. But if your man is taking you out of the country, if you're going on a vacation with your man, there are some men, like my ex would do this sometimes, and I had to clock him on it because he loved doing. He liked fucking with me, like he really liked messing with my head. So I would have to make sure I always brought my passport with me. And a lot of times when I was on vacation with him, I would not bring my bag, I would not bring my wallet, I would not bring my passport. When we leave, I knew I didn't have to worry about anything, so I would just leave my bag back at the room. But if we ever went shopping, you know whose name gets put on the duty free, you know whose name gets put on the cash back or the tax back. His stuff does. So I would be like, okay, if you think there's a chance you're going to go shopping, you have to bring your passport. If you think there's a chance in hell that you are going to go shopping, you better bring your passport. Because if you don't bring your passport when you go to the airport to get your money back, they do it 2 ways now. So some airports will put the money directly back on the card that it was paid for with, which is fine if you're paying for it yourself. But if your husband or your boyfriend or your friend or your friends with benefit or anyone is buying you something, and there is always an option to do it a different way. So usually, my son's music is so loud, I'm about to lose my freaking mind, but oh well. There's always an option to do it a different way. So what I recommend to you is bring your passport, and don't forget to bring your passport, because what he would always do is he would expect me to not bring my passport so that when we went to the airport, he would get the cash back on his card. But when we were in London and we had bought so much stuff, this is back when Chanel bags weren't very expensive. We were in London and we had bought so much stuff, and I went to the tax back, and I got a couple $1,000s back because I had my passport and they always took my passport. So it didn't matter if he used his card, they took my passport. So they said, how do you want your money back? I said cash, and they gave me it in cash. And that was great. That's how it should be. Hi Kay. But yeah, so that's just my little thing. The most I've gotten cash back is $500, and he made it a big deal, but he bought me 2 cars and he never brought it up. That's the thing. It's like, I have had cars, I've had stuff like that, but I just think sometimes the men who don't want to give you cash are some of the most annoying men, because they want to buy you these gifts, but like, babe, I can't pay my bills with a gift. I can't pay for this. Sometimes I want to have the money in my own hand, and I don't want to spend my own money. If I'm with a man, I don't want to spend my own money. I just don't. I don't. And it's very rare. There's been some times where I've been with a man and I'll spend my own money and I'm like, whatever. But like, I never see a future with that man if I ever have to come out of my pocket for anything. But men are not as generous as they used to be unless you're dating. So you ask me where can you find rich men? I personally don't really date men. What's the word? I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it and offend somebody. So I don't know if I'll offend. I just date outside of my country, outside of my race, outside of a lot of things. So I find that Greek men are not really generous, but you can get them to be very generous, but like, you have to be kind of mean. Eastern European men are generous. Irish men are generous if they have money. Latino men are generous depending on where they're from, but most of them are generous. So like, the guys that I've dated who have been the most generous have always been white. So I don't know. And they do everything. Like, sometimes they're surgeons, sometimes they own a car dealership. It just depends. But a rich man does not mean a generous man, and you really need to know that. Yeah, I always find that super annoying. But like European men are generous, especially I feel like a European man and a black woman and a black American woman is like an elite combination. An elite combination. Yeah. Greek men are mama's boys too. But like European men and black women are like elite. Like they like Italian men love me. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I meet them in person, like when you're traveling. Whenever I'm in Italy, like I just go out and about. Like I've had girlfriends who have had the same experience. Like we just go out and about. Like we don't have to meet people online. But sometimes you can meet people online. Sometimes you can meet people online. Just like, it's just hit and miss, I guess. Some people meet people on Bumble. Some people meet people on Seeking. Seeking is really annoying, but there are some like really, really great men on there. Bumble, Hinge is weird. I don't know how I feel about Hinge. Hinge is annoying. But I notice American men are just like, a lot of them want to be treated like females. Okay, so I had a situation about a month ago where this man who acts like he has money, acts like he's like the big guy in town. It was his birthday and I got the ick so bad. He gave me the biggest ick because he literally was calling his friends and telling them, it's my birthday, are you gonna send me some money? This grown ass man was calling other men and be like, hey, it's my birthday, you got me? You gonna give me something? I was like, I almost was sick. I was so turned off by that. I was like, oh, he likes men. I was like, oh. Is anybody else in the room embarrassed? Because I'm embarrassed. He was so embarrassing. It was so gross. But that was a black man. A hood black dude. And I was like, this is why I don't talk to y'all. This is why I don't talk to them. I go where I'm wanted. That man will never see me in person again. When I tell you he will never see me again, I mean, he will never, ever see me again. Like, ever. It was so weird. It was so weird. And he was old too. It was like, ew, you're so gross. I've never seen that before. It was like so disgusting. But also I feel like I have a controversial thought and I don't know if I should say it because I don't want to get in trouble. But like I had a friend who saw the guy and she was like, Jocelyn, I think he's like fruity. I think he might be attracted to the other side. And I said, why would you say that? That's not nice. I was like, girl, what are you talking about? And she was like, look at his nails. And I looked at his nails. I was like, what's wrong with his nails? She's like, he puts clear polish on his nails. And I don't know what do you guys think about the clear polish? I think, okay, so look at my hands. Okay, my hands look like crap because I just broke this nail. But if we excuse those nails, I don't do polish on my nails. Like if I do polish, it has to be regular polish. But I just keep my nails like buff and shine. A man should only do buff and shine. That was my thought. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Clear polish on a man is actually like really, really weird. Really weird. And like he lives in Miami now. He lives in Miami and he's like a whole like fronter and faker. Like if y'all actually saw this man, I will never post his picture, obviously, but if you actually saw him, he is like one of these guys who wears head to toe, Louis Vuitton, head to toe Amiri, head to toe like stuff like that, and or Off-White. But then it's like, it's almost too flashy. Like you look at it and you're almost like, something's off here. So yeah, for me, when you ask how I talk to men, I'll give you a little example. I'll give you a little example of how my voice sounds, and don't laugh or I will never, ever, ever give you this example again. But I'm going to like give you an example of how I talk to men at first and then how I talk to them when I'm over them. Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 examples. Do not talk. Don't say nothing, okay? I'm gonna have to call my son and tell him to turn this music down because he's lost his mind with this music being so loud. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone, but these kids, these teenagers, anyways. So when I first start talking to a guy, you hear my voice? Did you hear my voice? So this is how my voice sounds. But when I'm not like talking to anybody, I lower my voice. Okay. I don't know why I'm telling you all my business, but it's okay. I'm gonna give you an example of how I talk to men. You can judge if you want, but this is what works for me, and I know I have an incredible voice, in my opinion. Okay. So if I'm laying down, you see, I just talk. I'm not whispering. I just take all the extra part out of my voice, and I talk more breathy. I'm like, hi, baby. Hey. I'm more breathy with them, right? Sometimes if I'm laying down, I'll talk like this. I'll be like, hey, babe. Can you give me some money? Oh, did you see that bag over there? It's so cute. When are you gonna take me shopping? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And blah, blah, and I have this breathy voice. This is how I talk to men. When I talk to them, I talk relaxed and blah, 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 blah. Like stuff like that. This is how I talk, okay? Now, I will continue to talk to them like that, but when I first start talking to a guy, I am more attentive, but I do like feeling chased, and I feel like men should chase us. Not a lot of men want to chase. This is why I like dating men who, and I don't want to sound like a passport bro, passport sis, but I do think that Arab men, Latino men, older men, some older men, not all older men, but some older men, they just know how to talk to a woman, and they know like how to do it. One of my exes, when I started dating him, the second date, he was like, oh, we need to be together. I was like, okay, but I need you to do this, this, and this. And he was like, okay. And I was like, oh, thank you, baby. And I never necessarily want a man to feel like he has gave me this like bougie-ness to myself, because I've always had expensive taste. I've always liked nice shit. I always preferred first class. But like, you do want to like, some of these men, there are some men out there who want to introduce you to that lifestyle, and they prefer to introduce you to a certain like type of lifestyle. And if you already have it before you start dating them, they can feel a bit inferior, and it can make men feel a bit inferior. I will say that. But though we try to avoid those, but I mean, you know, there are some men out there who want like a hood rat. They want somebody who doesn't have any decorum and who isn't really smart. Because I am smarter than most guys I've dated. I don't care if they make millions of dollars a year. you can't run game on me. You can't run game on me. You can't. So, anywho, so I've seen men who will specifically talk to a woman who have never had anything because they want to be able to introduce you to stuff. It's like, you're not going to introduce me to nothing. I'm sorry. Well, maybe. There's still a little bit somebody can introduce me to, but I mean, that type of man is not American. But, so anyways, on our third or fourth date, I went to the house and he had a sales associate at Jimmy Choo order me all these shoes and bags and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this is nice. But I'm never somebody who overreacts. And I think a lot of girls on here will tell you, be like, oh my God, babe, this is amazing. I'm always like, oh my God, this is so sweet. Oh, I love you. I will be sweet, but I don't over exaggerate how excited I am. There's only been one time I've ever over exaggerated how excited I was, and it was when I got my Chanel bag, my yellow and blue Chanel bag, because I knew I had to over exaggerate it a little bit or he wasn't gonna buy it. So I was like, oh my God, babe, thank you so much. And I think he knew I was full of shit. But he didn't care. I still got to go shopping and spend a lot of money that day. So, but I'm not a huge, constantly saying thank you person. And that has gotten me in trouble. That has gotten me in big trouble. That has gotten me cussed out. Not by the guys I've actually dated, but by guys who I flew. I was in Greece with one guy. And I thought he was cool, but he wanted me to say thank you after everything. And you get 1 or 2 thank yous a day. That's it. I'm not going to say thank you after everything you do. And if you are expecting a thank you after everything, if you're expecting me to grovel, you will hate me. You will highly, highly dislike me because I'm not going to say thank you when you're doing things a man should do. I'm sorry. What? What's wrong with you? And this is where these men have me effed up. This is where these men got me messed up. Because no, who are you talking to? I'm calm, cool, and collected. You are doing what you're supposed to do. Of course you're supposed to pour me water at the table. Of course you're supposed to pay. Do I look like I'm gonna do that? Are you dumb, sir? These people are crazy. But so with my past 2 exes, I never had to over exaggerate with them. My ex would be like, oh, you're going out of town? Here's some money. Oh, he would always give me money. He wouldn't buy me stuff. And then I dated somebody who was flipped. He would give me money, but he didn't like giving me money. So he would buy me a lot of stuff. And we would go on these massive shopping sprees and these huge trips and spend so much money because he knew I only like certain hotels. I only like certain things. And so it's kind of if you like me, you'll do it. If you don't, I'll find somebody else who will. So I don't really care. But I hear that South African guys are super cheap. I know that Greek men can be very, very cheap. And they have a bit of a complex, they're big mama's boys. I know that for a fact. No ultimatums, but that's only because I do not care about forcing somebody to do something they don't want to do. In my opinion, if somebody's going to marry me, they know it within 6 months. I have seen Love Island, but I prefer Love Island, the UK Love Island over the US one. So I haven't watched the US one. But I know, I basically know everything that's happened. But no, I don't believe in ultimatums. If when people give me ultimatums, I leave them. If a man gives me an ultimatum, I will leave him. I don't believe in ultimatums. And as a woman, if you give an ultimatum to a man, don't be surprised if he cheats on you after he gives you what you want. A lot of these men are settling because they think they're supposed to get married. So they'll settle for someone who they don't really need to be with, they don't really want to be with, and then they end up cheating. That happens a lot. Ultimatums aren't going to actually get you what you want. They're going to get you what you think you want, but they're not going to get you what you really want. An ultimatum is not going to get you what you really want. My ex proposed to me a couple of times, but quite frankly, I'm should I even say this on the internet? It's not that I wasn't interested in marriage. I actually do want to get married one day. But I'm not one of these girls who's just going to marry an old white man just for his money. I'm not doing that. If I really genuinely like you and I think that my family will like you, then cool. But I knew my family wouldn't like them. So when they proposed to me, I was like, please don't do that. And I remember they would get so upset because I was like, I'm not marrying you. And so one time me and my ex went ring shopping, and I went out to brunch with my girlfriends, and I told him that he couldn't come. And he freaked out and he canceled all of our shopping appointments. He told me, just so you know, I canceled all the ring appointments. I want to let you know I canceled every appointment we had. I said, okay, babe, that's fine. And when he proposed to me after the fact and he wanted to go back and he wanted me to grovel, I said, do you think I care? Oh, he was upset, y'all. He was upset. But ultimatums do not work on me. They do not work. You're not going to make me feel bad for not wanting to be with you. That's stupid. And that's blush. I just put this on my lips, if you're wondering. I still have one of these brushes. I'm gonna actually start using this for my lipstick. So my thoughts on children are this. Children are a blessing, and I would be happy whatever God bless me with. Whatever God blesses me with, I would be super, super happy and super grateful with it. However, I would be open to having 4 more kids. I would be open to having 4 more children. 4. By my future husband, only if certain requirements are met. I will not have any more kids if it is not guaranteed that I can have a night nurse, nanny. Every person in my staff needs to already be hired. There needs to be a summer house waiting for me. There needs to be a huge sum of money deposited in my bank account before I give birth and after. And I need to have a few push presents, because I do not think men understand how, as women, we are basically like putting ourselves on our deathbed when we have kids. When I had my son, this may not be what you want to hear. So hopefully this isn't like crude or anything, but when I had my son, I love him, but he destroyed my bones. So I was breaking a lot of bones. I have a lot of hairline fractures all over my body from when I was pregnant. And I would be doing simple shit. Like I wasn't doing anything crazy. But also your dental health. My teeth actually look pretty decent now. I've had to spend over $50,000 to fix my teeth after I had my son. I had to spend over $50,000 on my teeth after my son because my bones, this shit just went to hell. It went to the abyss of hell. Okay? So if I love children, I would have more children. I dated guys who wanted kids. I dated a guy once who wanted 10 kids. I dated a guy once who wanted 10 children. And I would have given him 10 kids if I had been madly in love with him and he could have met my requirements. But he was too young and he didn't really like it. I don't think it would have been what we needed. But I would love to be out here on my ballerina farm with my 6 kids, or my five or 6 kids. I would like to have like 5 kids. But has to be with a very specific man. Yeah, I'm 31 and I have a 15-year-old. I don't need to have more kids. Mashallah. I'm good. So I'm actually super blessed in that regard that I am about to have a 15-year-old. I don't really need more kids. But if I were to marry someone, and I would have anywhere from 1 to 4 more children. Do you only date Christian men? No, I date Arab men. I've dated Jewish men. I don't really date them now, but like, I date Arab guys. I date Christian guys. I've dated atheists. I noticed about myself though, I'm not big on dating atheists only because I need a man who believes in something. Even if you're agnostic, you have to believe in something. I want 2 more. I'm 33 and I have a 14-year-old. You'll get it, girl. Love from UT. Thanks, Princess Jasmine. I think if we were able to meet the right men and they were able to like understand, listen, like we are putting ourselves in such a predicament when we have kids that you need to make it so worthwhile. You need to, technically, I think women should get $1 million for each children they have, if not more. If you're dating a billionaire, you should get like 10 million for every kid you have, and then $1 million every year after that. Honestly, like the amount of women who pass away in childbirth, the amount of deterioration that happens to your body. Did you know? Okay, I saw a doctor talking about this the other day. He said like women who have breast implants and then end up having children, a lot of the times your body is like fighting away things. So when you're pregnant, sometimes women who have breast implants who get pregnant, their body will like kind of see the breast implants as toxic, and your body will start to like get really sick and like bad things. You'll start getting ill, you'll start getting sick, and certain things will start happening to your body because your body is fighting that foreign object now. And you might have been fine. You might have been fine the whole time before that. But like, that's the thing. I got pregnant and half of my teeth fell out. I don't like talking about it because it sucked. That's why it cost me almost $55,000. Not me, it cost my ex-boyfriend $55,000. It cost him almost $60,000 to get my teeth fixed. And that was because my bones just like, my teeth were just going to shit. Yeah. I am going to start going live about 3 days a week. Hey, Angelica. Yeah, I'm going to start going live on YouTube more often. So I'm definitely going to give you guys a lot more time. I've been on live for an hour and 4 minutes. 64 minutes and 14 seconds is how long I've been on live. How do you know a man is jealous of you? When he starts making weird comments. I've dated guys who are jealous of me. My last boyfriend said, "Oh, I know you're starting this little business, but I didn't actually think it was going to be successful." And he'd be like, or I dated a guy who said, "Why is everybody complimenting you and they never compliment me?" And that's, he was jealous of the attention that I got when we were out. He said, "Everybody compliments you and nobody ever compliments me. That's not fair." That's what he said. Like they say these, you have to really pay attention to some comments. I had a guy who said, I'm gonna get you, he said, I'm gonna get you a car for your birthday. And I said, okay, nice, as long as you have it paid off. He says, I'm gonna make sure to lease it so you can't leave me after you get it. That's what he said. That's what he said. And I said, I don't do leases. What is wrong with you? He's like, oh, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. He wasn't joking. He was not joking. He was dead serious. I'll add one. When they start saying you're better than me and you don't know, I don't know why you're with me. Yes, because I used to also get that. People, I don't like the, why are you with me? Why did you decide to date me? Why me? Stop asking me why, because I'm gonna start thinking why. When a man starts asking me why I'm with him, I start thinking, why am I with him? And I will start planning on leaving him. I don't like those questions. Lamb bought me a car in his name and called the company. I hope he never gets a good night's sleep another day in his life. But I remember, okay, years ago, so I've had a guy buy 3 cars for me. Years and years ago, I remember telling an ex-boyfriend, babe, I really need a car. And he owned a car dealership at the time. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna get you a car. I said, here's the thing. It has to be in my name. And I need to have the title in my name so I can have an insurance in my name. That's just how it works. He said, oh, that's no problem at all. Why would I care? Of course. So he had no problem doing that. So he bought me a Volvo for my first car and then a Lexus for Valentine's Day. It was my favorite car. He got me a cute little Lexus RX 350 and I loved it. And he did not care. He put it in my name. He paid it off. He gave me the title. He paid for my insurance. Even though the insurance was in my name, he made sure to pay for it. That's how it should be. The person I dated after that man, though, was the one who was like, oh, I think we should trade in your Lexus. I said, why the fuck would I trade in a car that's paid off for you? I said, that you didn't buy me that car. Why would I trade my car in when you're trying to get me a gift? I went off on him, honestly, because it was so disrespectful for him to even assume that I would consider trading in my car for a gift. Are you kidding me? So I said, no. I said, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And he was like, oh, well, you want a Tesla, and the Tesla costs like $100,000. And I'm like, you told me I could have the Tesla. If you can't afford it, just say that. He's like, yeah, I mean, it's not about that. It's just, I don't ever buy cars in full like that. I'm like, well, then don't offer. What's wrong with you? Yeah. So I said, listen, I can't accept the Tesla because he said, I don't want you to be able to leave me after you get the car. So we need to lease it. And he said, ha ha ha, just kidding. He was not kidding. He was serious. So I said, I'm not taking it. I told him, I thought about it. I said, let me think about it for 2 days. I thought about it for 2 days and I called him back and I said, I cannot accept the car as a gift unless it is in my name and unless it is paid off. It is not a gift. You're giving me a liability. You're not giving me an asset. And you are wrong for that. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm like, me too. I'm sorry to hear that too. I'm sorry to hear that too. So I didn't get my Tesla. I kept my Lexus. My Lexus was my baby. And she worked just fine. And I was happy. And I ended up totaling my Lexus 2 years ago. And when I totaled my car 2 years ago, because I had my Lexus for a while, almost a really, really long time. And when I totaled my Lexus, that was when we had just got back together. After not talking for a year, we got back together. And when we got back together, he decided to purchase me Infinity. So he bought me a almost brand new Infinity. Yeah, it had like 5,000, 7,000 miles on it. So it wasn't super old, but it wasn't like brand new. but it was a nice car in it. And my son is like almost 6'3", so I needed a car that was a little bit bigger anyways. And he paid that card in full. He paid that car off in full at the place. But you know, he tried me. I will say he tried me. When he bought me the Infiniti, he tried it one time. I looked at the guy at the car dealership. I said, can I get this car in my name? He said, are you sure you don't want to get it in both of our names? I said, why would I get it in both of our names? It's my car. He said, I know, but you know, they might not let you get it in your name because I'm paying for it. And thank God for the guy at the car dealership. The guy at the car dealership said this one thing. He said, if you call your insurance company right now and you get full coverage insurance on this car in the next hour, your name is the only name that has to be on the title. I said, hold my phone. Hold that thought. Let me call. I said, I called the insurance company. I said, I need full coverage insurance. I called the insurance company so fast. And because he wrote the check, he used his credit card, he paid for it, the car, it cleared. He said, if you get full coverage insurance on the car, you can have it in your name. Whoever has insurance on the car can take it and put it in their name right now. I said, so I called my insurance company, got my full coverage insurance, and the car was put in my name, and I didn't have to share the title with this, and it worked out. And so, but he tried me because he was like, well, maybe we could get both of our names on it. It's not your car. It's not your car. Sorry. It makes me so angry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I get so irritated thinking about that time, because it's like, even when he was trying to buy me a car and being nice, he literally still tried to be weird about it. You said not in California? What? California doesn't let you do that? What? Oh my goodness. Yeah. But you know what? I'm not even upset about anything, because at the end of the day, I knew that when we broke up this year, by the way. When we broke up, I knew that I did not like him anymore. I love you too. Hi. When we broke up, I knew I didn't like him anymore. So I was like, I needed a couple last things. So I made a list of everything I wanted to have paid for before we broke up. And I got everything important on that list was taken care of before we broke up. I should have sent an invoice, but I'm not going to tell you how we broke up. I'm not going to tell you any of that, but just know I got everything I wanted. So it was fine. And he is sad and in one of his houses right now. Probably he might even be watching this. If you're watching this, I hope you choke in your sleep. That's what I hope, babe. Don't wake up. Anyways. So I hope you're inhaling your food and it goes down the wrong pipe. Anywho, that is enough of me talking about that man. I won't say anything negative about him anymore, but I do hope nothing but the worst for him. I hope absolutely nothing but the worst for him. Yeah. Anywho. So, where do I meet wealthy men? They're everywhere. I mean, I hate to say they're everywhere, but like, honestly, honest to goodness, they're everywhere. My makeup looks pretty good. My eyebrow looks freaking so dark in the shadows. eyebrows are so dark today. I'm gonna return this. I don't like this. I'm gonna return this as soon as I get off live. I thought I could bring the dip brow back, and I cannot stand this stuff. I need to return it as soon as I can. Anyways, let me see what you're saying. So, where do I meet? You guys have no idea what that man did when we broke up. He did some evil stuff. So, like, honestly, he's a very evil man. And I make light and I joke, but like, I wish if I wrote a book on what I went through, you guys would literally like be in shock. Like, he is such an evil man. Thank you. It's actually purple, but I appreciate it. Apply to get a job at the country club. We'll get you a few bags and trips. That is true. I had a friend who worked at the country club for a short time in town, and she got Taylor Swift tickets for her and her daughter, and she got really good tips. I personally would not work at a country club, but that's because I'm where I am in the country. I feel like the country club is a little on the RA to the ist, RAC to the ist side. So I stay away from them. But no, he was white. Also, but yeah, Jay, that's a good idea. Also, if you have a private members club, so a lot of private members clubs are all over nowadays. Thank you, Kish. If you're a private members club close by, try to get a job at the private members club. I just applied to the private members club in my town. Even though I already have enough jobs, I feel like I'm not about to get a membership at the private members club in Kentucky, but I wouldn't mind having a little job there. So I'm gonna get me a job at the private members club. I don't date African men. Not saying I wouldn't. I would. There's a Nigerian guy who I have my eyes on. That sounds so weird. I'm sorry. There is a Nigerian guy who I am interested in. I'll put it that way. There is a Ghanaian guy who I thought I liked, but I realized that I don't think he's a good human being, and I actually am I'm very weary of dating him, so I don't think I can talk to him anymore. So the next time he calls me, I have to tell him that I can't talk to him anymore. But yeah. But anywho, what was I gonna say? I can't tell you guys what he did because it was so egregious. I cannot say it on the internet. Just know his karma is coming. But yeah, I love my brothers though. I do. Like, I love black men. I just prefer to date Caucasian men or Arab men. I'll date a black man. I've dated black guys before, so I have nothing against dating a black man. But if I really want to get everything I want and more, I'm gonna be honest to you guys. European white men and American black women are the perfect fit. European white men from most countries, not all countries. Do not think you're gonna find the man of your dreams in Germany, because you probably won't, or in London even. But you go to the countryside, you go to certain areas, Ireland, Scotland, certain areas in London, certain areas of France, Italy. This is me in Italy. Yeah, love that for us. I've never been to Croatia. I've never talked to anybody from there. I think Jewish men are generous. I've dated a Jewish man once, and it was a very weird time of my life, and I don't think I'll ever do it again. But I am personally exploring The way I'm about to say this, you guys are gonna think I sound crazy. I am exploring the Middle East. I am beginning to explore the Middle East, and I am going to be exploring Saudi Arabia, Oman, Egypt. But within that sphere, I only want to be in the spaces. I'm not doing it like vacation wise. Like I'm not going there with all my American friends. I'm only exploring that section of the world with my friends that live there, with my friends who have families from there, with my friends who can tell me where to go and how to interact with people. I'm gonna be honest, I was recommended to talk to Libyan guys. And when I was in London, I stayed in Mayfair. And I met this man from Libya who was fabulous. He was like 6'6", gorgeous man, and had a very, very good job and knew everybody. And oh, he was a vibe. He was a vibe. I would do Asian or Japanese before I do the Middle East. Okay. I don't think that's my vibe, but yeah. I can see it. I could dig it. But yeah, it's like to each his own, because ooh, this whole box of shoes is about to fall. I gotta move this box of shoes. This is the box of shoes that's about to fall on me. When I was in, I've dated Arab guys. I've dated a guy from Saudi Arabia. He was fabulous. We're still friends. I mean, yeah, these guys can be jealous, but every man I've ever dated, I dated a Mongolian guy. He was great, but he was jealous and he didn't make enough money. Yeah, I mean, I have no problem dating men from anywhere in the world. I've dated a Serbian guy. That was actually pretty nice. I talked to a guy from Uruguay. Now, one thing I think that a lot of people aren't exploring, and I, God willing, am going to be able to explore this country. Uruguay and Argentina are the two places that I need to explore a little bit more. But as a Black woman exploring those specific places, definitely have to have a certain look to you. I don't really, okay, so I always tell people I don't have a type. But I always lie. Because it's easier to just lie and say I don't have a type. Because of course I have a type. I'm a woman. Of course I do. So my type, honest to goodness, yeah, I want to go to Argentina and Uruguay. But my type of man is preferably very tall, very long torso, very dark hair, olive skin, nice abs. But no, I don't usually have a type, but I do prefer like the look of like the guy that I'm thinking in my head is Greek, but Italians always also look like this. Like people of Italian descent, people of Greek descent, they have this look, and it's like the really dark hair, and like even though I don't like a hairy chest, like they can't help it, but like yeah, I just love an Italian man. I can't help it. I love it. I think I would love Argentina. I know, actually, I know I would love Argentina. I know I would love Argentina. I really am going to start planning a trip there, but I probably won't go for a while. I want to explore Africa a little bit more. Trying to add this brown eyeliner. I have two, but I had to tell those young boys to get the away from me. I don't want nothing to do with no 20-something-year-old boy. I had a 20-something-year-old boy come up to me and I was like, get away from me. And he showed me some money. He said, let me take care of you. I said, honey, please go away. I'm not about to be Dre and Michelle out here. I don't want to date no boy who could be my child. I really have been liking South Africa. I went to South Africa last month. I went to Namibia last month. I loved it. South Africa and Namibia were 10 out of 10 incredible. I want to buy a house in Cape Town. That is my goal. I really want to buy a house in Cape Town in the next year. Just have a I like Drea, but yeah, I could never date someone the same age as my child, or close. I don't want to date somebody who is in their early 20s as somebody who is in my early 30s. That's gross, but it's gross when men do it, and it's gross when it's just not the vibe. There's a guy I met the other day, and he's gorgeous, but he's older. He's 55, and he's in excellent shape. He's so hot. And his son is 31, and I'm 31. And I'm like, that's weird. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't care, honey. But yeah, so I want to go to Kenya. I want to go to, where is it called? I want to go to Kenya. I want to go to the Giraffe Manor. I want to go back to Cape Town. I want to go to, I would like to go to Lesotho. I would like to go to, there's so many African countries that I would like to go to. Honestly, I would just love to go to Botswana. Botswana would be nice. So, I don't want to date somebody who's in their 60s, but I'll date someone in their 50s. But I'm even kind of I find dating guys and over the age, who are in their 45 or older, I look at them like something's wrong with them, because I think something is kind of wrong with a man who is 45 years or older and looking to date someone who's in their early 30s and late 20s. Something is seriously wrong with those men. I'll still talk to you, still give me some money, buy me a bag, but I'm judging you. Every time I call my friend and talk about you, I'm talking about you. I'm gonna call my friend and be like, guess what old ass motherfucker did? Guess what this man did? Guess what this old ass man did? I'm always gonna talk my shit, but I'll still date him. I haven't gone to the Giraffe Manor. I want to go. You have to book it 2 years out. I'm gonna book it next year so that I can go for my 33rd birthday. But my ex-boyfriend was 66 years old. My ex-boyfriends, do you know, think about, Al Pacino? You know how Al Pacino just had that baby, at 70 something years old with a girl who's 30 something? Yeah. I'm trying to get away from dating men that old, but that's been my track record. I've dated guys who are 30, 32, 45, 55, 66, 70. I just don't pay attention after a certain time. It depends. It depends on a lot of things. Depends on a lot. To each his own. It really depends. This is a good eyeliner. I got this on the TikTok shop. It's creamy. I like it. It's pretty. They go younger to live out their dreams, yeah, and I go older to drain theirs. I'm like, if you want to date a younger woman, you better not care about me taking your retirement fund. Because that's basically what we're doing. A trade for a trade. It's like, they go low, I'll go lower. Like, I need $50,000 in my bank account tomorrow, motherfucker. It's like, what are we doing? You actually think I'm going to let you meet my family? No, 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 no. My ex, he was like, oh, my family loves you. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, my kids are getting married and they want you to come to the wedding. I'm like, no. So I purposely skipped his kid's wedding. I said, hey, I can't go. I need you to go without me. Tell him I'm sorry. Like, I just can't make it. Because I was like, I will be damned if I'm in these wedding pictures. Why? They wanted me to be in their wedding picture. I was like, I did them the biggest favor. I don't think these kids understand what I did. If I wouldn't have personally like put my foot down and said, I am not going to their weddings, I would have been all up in their wedding pictures. Why? You don't want me in your wedding pictures. You don't. It's like they don't understand, because their father told me that he almost didn't want, their father threatened to not go to their wedding because I wasn't going to go. This is what his kids don't understand. I'm nice as hell, because your dad didn't even want to go to your wedding. He said, just like he didn't want to go to your graduation, guys. I made him go to your graduation. Actually, I take that back. I said I didn't go. I said I wasn't going to go to their graduation, so he skipped their graduation. And he was going to do that with their wedding. He's like, I just don't want to go. It's just so awkward. I don't want to be around my ex-wife. It's just too awkward. I said, what? Be a grown man. I said, I will not respect you as a man if you don't go to your own kid's wedding. I won't respect you anymore. He was like, oh, it's just so awkward. You sure you can't go with me? I'm like, why would I go with you? I'm busy. I have my own life. Like, I have my own kid to take care of. And I really don't understand. They don't understand how nice I was being, because he was like trying to get me to do the girl's wedding makeup. He was trying to get me to do all this stuff. I'm like, I'm not doing it, bruh. I'm not doing it. And I stayed at home, mind my business. And he was texting me, and he was complaining the entire time that he was at his children's wedding. Whole time he's like, I just wish you were here. Oh my God, this is so awkward. Oh my God, everybody's so annoying. Oh my God, the kids went to their mom's house for dinner and I can't come. Blah, 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 blah. It's so awkward. Oh, I'm so bored. Wish you were here. The whole time he was gone. That's all he did. I was like, I knew in the back of my head, I'm like, I don't want to be in your kids' wedding photos. I don't want there to be any photographic history of this event with me in it. And if I would have went, that's what it would have been. Oh yeah, 100% that's how he was. So I'm like, at this time, like, as a woman, if you are a young woman, if you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, and an older man wants to talk to you, run those pockets. Run the pockets. Get everything you can. If you need your teeth done, you get your teeth done. I needed my teeth done. I put his credit card on file at my dentist office, and he paid. He had to, and he was like, just let me know before they charge it. So they would charge $18,000 a month. Every time I go to the appointment, they'd be like, 18 here, 10,000 here, 7,000 here, and he would just pay it. And, you know, run the pockets, because they're taking your energy from you. They're taking your energy. I don't even want to give you this brow pencil because I'm about to return it, but this is what I put in my eyebrows today, just on the end. I don't like it though, honestly. It's like, my eyebrows are kind of just already this shape. If you're a trophy, make sure you are getting paid. Well, that's the thing. It's like, I just feel like I'm going to manifest this. So I'm going to manifest something really quick. Really quick, I'm going to manifest something. For me personally, I know a lot of people in this world, and I'm very blessed to have a lot of connections. I'm very blessed to know a lot of people. I'm going to give you this exact lip color in a second. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you exactly what I did. For me, because I know the people I know and stuff like that, I need to figure out what lip liner this is. Once I figure that out, I'll be happy. I don't remember what lip liner this is, but I used this lip liner at first. Obviously, I can't tell you what it is because I don't have any more, but MAC has a color called Root Beer that I think matches it. This is Makeup Forever in the color Limitless Brown. This is here. Limitless Brown. So this is Makeup Forever. This, I have no idea. But I'm about to go to MAC and get something. I put this on. Top. You can't tell because this is not the color on my lips. But I did this. You see? It's super light. This is in the shade. This is Pixie in the shade Bare Beauty. Bare Beauty, okay? It's a matte lipstick. I don't have any thoughts on it because I don't wear it because I like it. I'm not wearing it because I like it. I'm wearing it for the color. What, baby?
You know what the chalk is?
Chalk? For what?
Outside, I'm bored.
I can find it for you, but look downstairs in the cabinet by the TV. Can tell I'm a girl. Okay, so yeah, this color. This next part is very important. You're gonna take this. I have two. One. Yeah. This looks like this. We use this outside color, okay? This is Cheek to Chic in the shade Intense, okay? I almost bought that today, the Bobbi Brown. It is good, you're right. So you could either leave the lips like this, but I don't like that. This is the color. Super, super matte. Super matte. Very sticky. It's pretty though. Pretty. If that's what you like, it's what you like. But that's not the point. The point is I always take a blush. So you see, this is my old one. This is my new one. They're the same color, okay? We'll take this. You take your finger. Or you could take a brush. Or you could take a puff. Doesn't really matter what you do. This is blush. Okay? So I'm going to use this brush. This is what I do every day of my life, okay? And take that. That's what I do. Then I'll take this. I know, I just found that brush and I started using it randomly. And I'll just go and match it. I'll match it right there. I'll just start putting it on my cheeks because I like everything to be the same color, okay? That's what we do. You want to put it on your lips? Put it on your lips. You want to put it on your cheeks? Put it on your cheeks. You want to put it on your eyes? Put it on your eyes. I put it everywhere. That is what I do. Every day. Every day. Yeah. For some reason I have like these two, but they're so dirty. But yeah, it's good for applying. I'm going to use it for my lipstick from now on. So that color is Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Intense. That's what it is. Every day I do that. I love it. It's my favorite. Now, I will do that same lipstick thing, but I'll use this Maybelline. This Maybelline is good. This is in the shade More Truffle. Look at this. It lasts as long as you need it to. Same color. Same color. More Truffle by Maybelline. Same color. So if I need to touch up, I'll do that and then I'll mattify it. I'll put a tissue over it and then I'll put some more blush on top. I'm doing the same step, but the same color. I got one more for you. This is my next thing. This is my baby. This is Kaja Beauty Whipped Dream Mocha Tart. This color. It's almost out, guys. That's why it looks like that. This is my favorite fucking color. I love this shit. Same color, basically. So I'll take this and I'll put it there. I'm almost out of this. It's the same color. It's the same color. And this is a blush, by the way. That's why I'm putting it on my cheeks. It's a blush, but I put it everywhere. They're the same color. Everything's the same color. I like this color. This color is good. This is how much I have left of that. I have to buy a new one, but I haven't bought a new one because they don't sell it in the stores by me anymore. So it's all the same colors. Everything's same colors. So I'll just take this and I'll dip something in and get it out. So yeah, I love this shade. Is what I use for lipstick for the past 2 years. This lasted me almost 3 years. I love this stuff. I put it everywhere. I use the same color everywhere. It's all the same texture. This is velvet. So you look at my hand. These are the colors I use, but this is Maybelline. You can get this at Kroger's right now. You could go to CVS and get this right now. This is called the Ultimate. Now it's good. You could put this everywhere too. If I wanted to, I could. Let's see what happens when I do that. Yeah, same color. Yeah, it's the same color. I can do the same thing with all of these products. I can do the same thing with all these products because they're all the same color. Okay, same color. So that's the most important thing to me, is that everything is the same, because I want to do the same thing. The only benefit to using that light shade, is it does give a little bit of a highlight to the lips, and that is nice. That is nice. That is the only benefit to this. I don't use this because I love the texture. I don't use this because I love the color. I use this because I am about to run out of this. That is why I do what I do. Okay, so I do the same makeup, same thing every day. And it works. If you don't have any, you're doing something wrong. What? I'm sorry. How many hours does the blush on the lips last? This will last me for the rest of the day because I'm probably not going to eat anything else today. But I mean, if you're drinking or whatever, I don't usually touch up my lips, so. But yeah, the Artiste brushes. I found them in a box somewhere and I've just been using them for random shit. I think Fix Plus is all you're missing. Yeah, I haven't bought any of that in a while. I'm about to go and buy a new lip liner. So I like this. This is what I use. And I don't usually even use this, so I don't really want to use it today. But I guess I'll give myself one spray. Okay, that's it. But it doesn't really matter. Can you make a video favorite scents? I can. I need to buy more perfume. I need to buy more perfume. The perfume I got for my birthday, I'm obsessed with, but I do need to buy more. Sorry, let me just, I'm about to go to MAC and I just need to make sure. There's a new MAC lip liner called Root Beer, and I'm pretty sure it's the same color as that, so I'm about to go and buy it in a minute. So, and I'm gonna exchange that for this. And I'm like, should I keep this? I used it under my eyes today. I do like it. Let me look. Sorry, I'll show you my perfume of the moment right now. I mean, it's okay. I don't think it's worth keeping. I think I need to go and get a NARS concealer. So I'm gonna go. I am an esthetician. What treatments do you do on yourself? Nothing. So I'm an esthetician who doesn't currently work at a spa right now. But okay, I will say I love a hydrofacial. If I'm going to go to the spa and get a treatment done, usually it's a hydrofacial. I love the hydrofacial. I like a lactic acid peel. My skin, I cannot do more than that. So a lactic acid peel works for my skin. If I get a glycolic acid peel and it's too strong, everything will start breaking out. My face is currently recovering. I never had these bumps on my forehead. I got those bumps on my forehead from not wiping my makeup off and spending the night at a man's house. And I had my makeup wipes in the car and I didn't bring them in the house, and I had a breakout all over my face, and I basically have been suffering from like hives on and off ever since. So whatever. But I love a hydrofacial and I love a lactic acid peel. I'll show you the product that I use. There's two products I always use, and let me get up because my knees are starting to hurt. Let's see. Eyebrows are way too dark. All right. The perfume I use all the time is this. I don't do nail designs, but I usually just get like a neutral regular polish. I don't do gel anymore. So if I get my nails done, it's just a neutral regular polish. Usually something that is this color is what I'll get on my nails. So I like this, and I like Rose of No Man's Land. And I just got this sample at Sephora the other day, so I like that too. Got a lot of compliments lately, but I do have a perfume collection. I just don't use anything from it right now. When my skin is acting up, I will put this or one of these all over my face. So this is what I use on my skin. If my skin is breaking out, this is what I use majority of the time. I got this stuff in Mexico and I'm gonna use it forever. Or I use this. So tonight when I do my skincare, which I don't really care about skincare, I use so many random things. So I'll use this to take my makeup off tonight. And I only have this because a girl left this at my house when I was doing her makeup and she told me to keep it. Pharmacy sent me this. Sometimes I'll use this. Tonight, ooh, they send me a lot of stuff. And then I have my Biologique Research. I don't use my Biologique Research enough. I don't use it enough. I like my Vintner's Daughter, and I have something else, and I like my Biologique Research. But tonight, I'm gonna wipe my makeup off. I'm gonna put this all over my face because I used tretinoin yesterday. So I used this yesterday, so I'm not gonna use it tonight. Tonight, I'm gonna use this on right here and all over my forehead, and I'm gonna go in with a pump of this. They just launched this. They also have this product. Yeah, the low percentage tret is nice. This product is for your back. It's just clarifying body spray. It's salicylic acid spray. And you like spray it anywhere you might break out. Doesn't really matter. You can put sunscreen on. I do use this sunscreen from Urad. They sent me a couple of them. I brought this to Namibia with me. L'Occitane sends me a lot of stuff, so I use L'Occitane quite often. This is a really nice product. This is cool. Let's show you. It's green and it's an oil. This is an oil. Hold on. You take it in your finger. Look what it does. It immediately starts to melt. This is a face oil. And it's so hydrating. It's so pretty. This stuff is really nice. It's from Infisa. I use that a lot. I use it a lot. Augustina's butter is good. Love my Augustina's butter. What else? I might use this mask tonight. This is a nice mask. Might use this tonight. What else? I just like my skincare is my skin doesn't usually break out, so I keep my regimen pretty chill. But I do try out different products from time to time, and not as super random. But this is called the Ann Balm. It's really good. When you go to get a facial, certain med spas actually carry this now. So when I was doing facials all the time, I would use this on my clients who I was doing facials on. And then I just got this. I do like this. This is really good. I'll use this tonight. This is the night cream from B21, from Orlan. It's their night cream. It's really nice. But the oil is perfect. It's so nice. But these two are both really nice oils. These are my oils. This is squalene and rose oil. So I do love a good face oil. Yeah, that's about it, guys. So best face mask right now. I don't really care for face mask, honestly. I don't really like face mask. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to lie to you, okay? I don't use face mask usually. This is the only face mask that I currently have, and I haven't used it in months. I don't usually use face mask. With that being said, I like a sheet mask. I guess. I don't know. It's like whatever you have, right? So they sent me this. Like I'll probably use this or this. We'll see. We'll see. Like I like it. I like it. It's just you don't need it. You don't need a face mask. You just don't. I don't break out anymore because I stopped doing stuff to my skin. So I don't break out anymore because I don't do anything to my skin, guys. Like I put, yeah, exactly. I put Tret on and then I moisturize. That's it. I put some tretinoin on. I put tretinoin on my face. I moisturize my skin. I wash my face. That's it. I do a double, sometimes a triple cleanse, and that's it. I don't do anything else to my skin. And my skin does not break out. The only time my skin breaks out is if I fall asleep in my makeup. That is the only time my skin breaks out, and I can always clear it up within 2 weeks. So, do you like random fragrances at Marshall's? I don't. But I have a lot of allergies, so I can't really wear, I don't like my eyebrows, guys, but I can't really wear random scents. But I'll show you something. I'll show you this. Yeah, I guess. But whose genetics? Ooh, Lord have mercy. It's my perfume. So we have this that my friend got me from Saudi Arabia. Hold on. I have so Oh, sorry about that. I pressed a button. Didn't realize I was muting it. Sorry, guys. Well, that means I should be able to sit. Just let me know. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, I pressed the mute button on accident. Anyways, this is my favorite perfume. I get a lot of compliments on this. It smells so good. It smells so good. This is Nest Indigo. So freaking pretty. This is what I use on a daily basis. I wear this almost every day. It's really nice. Uh-oh. This is what I used to wear when I was in college, but I wear it when I go on a date. This is Tom Ford Black Orchid. This smells so good, so sexy. This is another date night perfume. This is Cartier. This is Cartier Oud and Santal from Cartier. This is my baby. I love this. This is strong, but it's sexy. And I like the packaging. It's pretty. You can refill it with whatever you want. This I bought in New York, and they gave me a bottle of Cartier champagne, which was nice. But they only gave me a mini bottle when I bought. Whatever, it doesn't matter. What else? Oh, I forgot I had this. Huh, I'm not sure. My least favorite perfume that I own is this. This is my least favorite. It does not smell nice to me. I think it's overpriced. Very overpriced in my opinion. This is pretty great. A lot of people don't know about this. This smells like a spa. If you want to smell like a spa, this smells like a spa. I would spray this all over myself before I did facials. This smells like a spa. It's called Functional Fragrance from the new company. You should be able to get this on their website. This smells incredible. So incredible. I have other stuff, like I have this. This is nice. A Trep Rev. This is always going to be a go-to for a lot of people. But if I had to compare my Tom Ford perfumes, I don't like this one. And this is like $500 to $1,000. It's ridiculous. And I love this one. This is my favorite Tom Ford perfume. And I want to start getting more perfumes, so I'm gonna buy a couple more. I do really like this one too. This Carolina Herrera, this smells nice. She's good. She's that girl. She is that girl. I want to get Byredo Bibliothèque. I want to get, this is a Byredo Rose of No Man's Land. I made this one in grass. So this is called La Vie est une Partee. But I made this one. This smells like an old lady. It smells terrible. But I won't get rid of it because I'm the one who made it. So. But I think the Cartier one is nice. So this is the back. This is the back. And this is the front. And when you buy this, it comes with two of these. So I have this one and I have one in the other room, and it comes in a box. Comes in a regular Cartier box like all the jewelry does. Yeah, so that was nice when I got to do that ages ago. That was really nice. I want to go back to grass and make another perfume. But the next one I make is going to be like rose scented. And then this one smells like a campfire. Forest Lung smells just like a campfire. It smells insanely smoky. I would give this to a man. I would give this to a man and he would smell so sexy. This is like a very masculine scent. This is another one from Functional Fragrance, and this is spicy. It's called Mind Energy. It smells like peppery. It's so spicy. This and this mixed together is insane. Oh my God. If I wasn't wearing so much perfume right now, I would spray this all over my body. It's so good. My Mason Kirkton. I have a couple of these. I have this and I have the body oil. These are nice. I'm almost out of this one, so I need to buy a new one. Yeah. This one is another one. It smells very spring-like. It's nice. It's called L'eau à la rose. It's nice. It smells like roses. This one, this is sexy too. This one and these two together, these are very spicy. MFK has gentle fluidity. I don't like that one, but I know people who really like it. This is Costa Brazil. It's cool. I do like it. I like that it's refillable. Yeah, and then you just put it. Anyways, this is cool. I don't ever wear it, but it's nice. And then this one, is sold at, it's discontinued. So, but it's the Balenciaga one. It's the weirdest. I've never smelled anything like this in my entire life. I've never smelled anything like this, but, or a bakery. He said that, like, yeah, I actually like that, but I remember when I used to buy vanilla scents like that, my mom would get like really nauseous. My mom would be like, that's weird. And I guess since I bake all the time, I don't really want to smell like it. But yeah, so I just put most of my perfumes in here. And I put them in the closet. But no, I would buy like a pistachio or a vanilla gourmand scent. I just don't really have any gourmand scents really. Everything that I have, like, I smell like so much stuff going on right now, but I smell good. I have like 4 different perfumes on right now, to be honest. So that's why it's funny when people ask me what I smell like. I smell like 4 different perfumes right now. But anyway, oh, and I do really like this Rose by Byredo. I have a new perfume, but it's in my purse downstairs. But yeah, I like a spicy perfume. I like my Baccarat Rouge. I like the hand soap. It's awesome. You should get the hand soap. It's not expensive, really. I think it's like $100. It's nice. All right, I think that's it. All right, that's it for this room, at least. Can't wait to have this closet made. There's supposed to be like shelves and everything. It's gonna be like hooks and hangers all over. It's gonna be nice. My neck hurts. Oh, it doesn't look that bad though. And then I was gonna film a video, but I think I'm gonna wait until tomorrow to film the video. And then here are some more of my lashes. I have boxes of lashes literally all over. I need to relaunch. I was gonna put lashes on today, but absolutely not. We're not doing that. But this bag would be cute. No, not today. I want to get colorful bags. I want to get a bag that has like purple and yellow. Ooh. The only colorful bag that I really have right now is this. I got this in South Africa, but I never wear it. Maybe I should wear this today. And I'm definitely not wearing this shit today. Oh, I take that back. I have this too. These are like my 2 colorful bags, and they like complete opposites. Yeah, the ostrich is nice. I do like the ostrich bag a lot. I don't know why there's shoes up here like that. Sorry. Cape Town is insane. Cape Town is 10 out of 10. I will have a house there one day. Cape Town is stunning. I got this. I got my mom a bag, and then I think there's a wallet in here. I just got oil on this bag because I wasn't paying attention. That sucks. All right. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. No, you can barely see it. So I guess it's not that bad. Whatever. I got this. It's slightly darker, but love this. I'll get more bags. What else did I get from out? You know, I had a whole video, but nobody saw it on YouTube. I posted a whole video about this shit. I posted this whole video on YouTube. I think this is the Cartier box with the perfume in it. So yeah, it comes with 2 boxes of perfume. So when you buy that perfume, it comes in a Cartier box. It's nice. Pretty. Anyways, it's kind of cool that they give you like a whole box with like multiple perfumes in it. And then I got these pillows from South Africa. It's a Springbok. But yeah. Yeah, and then I was gonna buy a zebra hide. They had zebra hides there that were gorgeous. But yeah. I'm glad you liked it. I'm about to upload the last video for it where I went to Namibia. Would you like to see a preview of it? You can tell me now the place you got it from. Did the hides have the fucking... No, they didn't smell. But I'm allergic to that pillow, so I'm not able to smell it. But put this back. This is my Cartier box. I love buying Cartier bags because they come in these boxes and they're like so pretty and so intricate. And it looks like a present every time you like go to open it. Like, who wouldn't want to see this under their tree? I'm definitely going to be buying another Cartier bag for that reason. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to see. My computer is going to die soon. It's on 4%. So, I'm glad that you liked that video. All right. So I don't know if you guys would even want me to post this. So I'm trying to figure out how long I want the video to be. I don't really know yet. It's us walking out. The guy had my bag. That was like the only size bag we were able to bring with us. And that was the plane that we had to take. Super small plane. Then when we got there, this girl was such a vibe. She had like the coolest vibe to her.
Well, you better you do that.
Anyways, this was
About B, but
yeah, I'm gonna show you.
right out here.
This was the room. It's only 24 of you on here, so I can show it. It doesn't matter. How stunning is that room?
Okay. Room tour, guys. In a moment. Skylight. So you can beautiful fridge and little area to sit down, has a speaker. Morning. And for what? You have your little close it back.
Look at this. Look at how stunning.
And then this is the outdoor shower. Really stunning.
Look at how stunning that was. So pretty.
Look at this.
And they kept giving me like champagne and everything. It was fabulous. How cute. It was so great.
Oh, thank you.
So then let me take you to here. In the middle of the desert with wine. That was, I think it was Elias, I think was his name. It wasn't his like, but how gorgeous is that? You see how stunning? And so I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this, to where do I want to show you guys all of it? And then I ran up this dune. It's not done, so I definitely can't put, I'll post it tomorrow if I can edit it.
Dressed up, if that's the case. Thank you.
And then this. That was so sweet. It was so sweet.
Okay. I can't have all of these, though. Please.
Anywho, that was it. That was my little preview. The best part was them making me that cute little cake and me being able to make, I was able to make some cookies while I was there for the staff. So that was nice. But I'm going to show you one of the other best parts was being on the helicopter. And then they had, this was the best sandwich I've ever had in my fucking life.
It's time to go home. It's been a while.
And then I have it somewhere else. So that was like, I'm like wanting to upload that video, but I'm like, do you guys even watch these things? Like, so I'm going to hopefully upload that video tomorrow. But like, I just want to make sure people are actually gonna like watch it. So hopefully I'll upload that video tomorrow. And it shall be nice. But at that place that I stayed at on your last night there, you go, well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. No, but I wish I could upload it now. I'm gonna show you something if I can find the video. And then I need to get off of live because I've been on for almost 2 hours. Set it as a premiere. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll see what I can do. I'll try to see what I can do. But this, I'm gonna try to find it for you guys. I don't know if I can find it. I'm trying to figure out what I want to film now, you know? Okay, let me show. This was like one of my favorite parts. And then that was nice because we flew the helicopter around the desert and then we landed on like one of the mountains. I should. I'm actually about to go make cookies tonight, so maybe I'll go live in a little while. I'm making a brown butter chocolate chip cookie, but tomorrow I'm making a cheesecake. So I might go live tomorrow when I'm making my cheesecake. So we'll see, because I find that the cheesecake may be more interesting than the cookies, because the cheesecake I make is kind of special. So you have to have the cookie dough made, because the cookie dough is going to be the crust for the cheesecake. So we might do, I think the cheesecake will be I might not show you guys the cookies, but I'll show you the cheesecake. But I'm gonna try to upload that video tomorrow, and then I'll go live after I do it. But I have thoroughly enjoyed this. So I appreciate you guys. I am so sorry it took me like 6 years to start going live on YouTube. Like, I like this more than Instagram live any day of the week. So I think I'm definitely gonna like, I definitely feel like I'm gonna start doing this more. I'm like, I don't think I'll ever go live on Instagram again if I can do this on YouTube. Like, why would I ever do this again on any other platform? Thanks, Angelica. And then I'm thinking, what's the next day that I should come on here? Because I'm thinking, let me think. I think I'm gonna come on here and go live tomorrow. I think I'll come over here. Thanks for the likes. I think I'm gonna come on here and go live tomorrow. And then I think after I come on here and go live tomorrow, what's another good day for me to come on and go live? Like, what day would you guys prefer? Give me suggestions, because I'm thinking Wednesday. I'm thinking like Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday, maybe. When weekends live. So yeah, I'll come live tomorrow because I'm gonna be baking a lot tomorrow. So, but I need to go because my son is okay. So maybe Sundays and Wednesdays. I think that's what we'll do. We'll do Sundays and Wednesdays, and I'll try to like post an actual video tomorrow, and hopefully you guys can watch it and let me know what you think of it, and tell me what other videos you think I should film. So that'll be fun. Okay, fabulous. I'm gonna go to the store before it closes because I need to return my stuff. I appreciate you guys though. No, this has been so much fun. I'm so annoyed with myself for not doing this sooner. But I'm gonna try to do sometimes Saturdays, sometimes Sundays, sometimes Wednesdays. I think those are good times to go live. So thanks, guys. I love you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go. I literally have to go and return my eyebrow product that I just bought and I hated, and I have to buy a new lip liner. I'm gonna try to go buy some new products, maybe a new concealer too. I don't know. Bye. I gotta go. How do I even end this live?